Hello, everyone. My name is Nelisha DeCastro, and today my group and I will be presenting on the stereotypes between older and younger generations in the workforce. So, what is ageism? Ageism is a form of discrimination that is directed towards an individual based on their age. This is most commonly seen with older individuals in the workforce. One of the most common forms of ageism in the workplace, older workers are often seen as less productive, less technologically savvy, and less adaptable than younger employees. As a result, they may face discrimination in the hiring, promoting, and training process. This can lead to feelings of isolation, frustration, and loss of financial security. Another form of ageism occurs in the media and pop culture. Older adults are often portrayed in a negative light as being frail, forgetful, or out of touch with modern society. This can reinforce negative stereotypes and contribute to feelings of social exclusion and isolation. To combat ageism, it is important to recognize and challenge negative stereotypes and biases. This can involve promoting positive images of aging in the media and providing equal opportunities for older workers and creating intergenerational programs that promote understanding and respect between different age groups. It is also important to provide support and resources for older adults, such as access to healthcare, social services, and community programs. By promoting awareness, as we do in this class, and understanding ageism, we can work towards a more inclusive and equitable society that values and respects people of all ages. So, what does it mean to be an older worker? Being an older worker typically refers to an individual who is over the age of 50 and is actively participating in the workforce. However, the term older worker, as we learned in this class, is subjective and can vary depending on the industry and company one is working in. So, for example, I work at the casino, and we often refer to an older worker as someone that has been working for the company for about 20 to 30 years. However, it does differ based on the company that you work for and the type of job that you are doing. Being an older worker can also come with some challenges. One of the main challenges is that some companies may view older workers as being less productive, less adaptable to change, and more expensive to employ. This can lead to age discrimination where older workers are overlooked for promotions, training opportunities, and even job positions. Additionally, older workers may face physical limitations that can impact their ability to perform certain tasks. This can include issues such as decreased mobility, hearing or vision impairments, and chronic health conditions. These limitations can make it more difficult for older workers to keep up with the demands of their job, and they may require accommodations in order to perform their duties. Despite these challenges, many older workers continue to contribute greatly to the workforce. They bring a wealth of knowledge and experience that can be invaluable to their company, and they often have a strong work ethic and dedication to their job. Companies can benefit from recognizing the value of older workers and creating work environment that is inclusive, supportive of all employees, regardless of age. This can include offering training opportunities, providing accommodations for physical limitations, and promoting a culture of respect and appreciation for all workers. My first article is on the cumulative evidence that was done on a couple of meta-analysis studies that support the hypothesis that there is no negative correlation between age and work performance, rather other outside effects. So this article presents a review of 96 independent studies on age performance correlations in various jobs and age groups. The meta-analysis shows that age and job performance are generally unrelated, and there is little evidence that the type of performance measure or type of job moderated the relationship between age and performance significantly. The text describes a study that tested the hypotheses of a curvilinear relationship between age and job performance. The study examined three subsets of studies with different age ranges and found little support for the curvilinear hypotheses. The results suggested that performance may not decline until the ages that are not well represented in existing studies. See, many people believe that there is a direct correlation between age and work performance, where the younger generations are more energetic and capable of learning and adapting to new technological trends, while older workers are more experienced and better at handling complex tasks. However, as this feature shows within this article, uh, age alone does not determine work performance, and there are several factors involved that affect work performance. Uh, some of that is work environment and organizational culture. Companies that provide their employees with a supportive work environment, flexible work schedules, and opportunities for professional development tend to have higher work performance regardless of their age. It is essential to create a work environment that encourages learning, creativity, and innovation regardless of age to promote higher work performance. My second article is on individual productivity. It discusses the use of econometric methods to analyze the effects of explanatory variables on the IPP scores of older generations in 27 countries. Linear regression is preferred over ordered logistic regression due to the violations of assumptions and ease of interpretation. Descriptive statistics show variations in age distribution, average IPP score, skill loss, skill level, and proportions of employees with higher education across the countries. It examined the results for each country to indicate that educational level, skills level, and occupation are what have a significant effect on the performance of the worker, not necessarily their age. Referring back to Article 1 and the hypotheses that my group and I are looking into, this article proves that there is absolutely or minimal correlation between age and work performance. One's age does not stop the individual from working hard and performing the best of their ability, more so work environment and past educational experience. Yes, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Yaitha Martinez, and today I will be speaking on how age is not as significant in the workplace as we thought. The aging workforce is a growing concern in many industries, as the proportion of older workers in the labor market continues to rise. While older workers bring many benefits to organizations, such as experience, knowledge, and stability, they also face challenges such as age-based discrimination and negative stereotypes. Avolio et al. Hypothesized that age has a curvilinear relationship with work performance in non-managerial jobs, such that there would be a decline in work performance at older ages, but this decline would be mitigated by experience and occupational type. In other words, they expected that work performance would be a decline at a slower rate for individuals who had more experience working in their job and for those in jobs that relied more on knowledge and experience rather than tasks such as physical ones. The researchers also hypothesized that there would be a significant difference in work performance for different job types. For example, they expected that age-related declines in performance would be more prominent in jobs that required physical labor, while jobs that focus on more interpersonal skills and communication would be less affected by age. The researchers surveyed 1,217 non-managerial workers of different ages, ranging from 18 to 21 years old, in several industries, including manufacturing, banking, and retail. Participants were given a job performance rating by their managers and were asked to complete work experience and demographic information surveys. The results showed that age was not a significant predictor of job performance in non-managerial jobs, and there was no linear correlation between age and job performance. Experience in the industry and job type, such as clerical work or customer service, affected job performance, but age did not. The study found that younger and older workers performed similarly in non-managerial jobs when adjusting for total years of experience and years of experience in the industry. The results of the study suggest that older workers can perform just as well as younger workers in non-managerial jobs, and their job performance is not affected by age as much as by experience in the industry or job type. The study highlights that the importance of experience and job type when studying job performance and how these factors should be considered when creating workforce planning strategies. In conclusion, the study suggests that older workers in non-managerial jobs have the potential to perform as well as younger workers when adjusting for experience and job type. These findings may have important implications for human resources, practices concerning workforce planning, recruitment, and retention policies, as they highlight the importance of experience and job type when evaluating job performance of non-managerial employees. The study contributes to the understanding of the performance of different generations in the workplace by demonstrating that differences between age groups in job performance may not be as significant as we previously thought. Now, when it comes to technology, a study by Costa et al. Aimed to examine how older workers adapt to change in work and technological environments. The researchers surveyed 907 older workers in Portugal, aged 45 and older, about their adaptability to changes in work environments and technology tools. The researchers used a demographic questionnaire and the adaptability to change scale to measure adaptability to change. The results showed that older workers were less adaptable than younger workers to changes in the work environment and technology tools. The researchers found that the main reasons for these differences were lower levels of training and lower engagement with technology tools among older workers. The results suggest that older workers may be at a disadvantage when it comes to keeping up with the technological changes in today's work environments. The study has significant implications for older workers, managers, and organizations. Managers can implement training programs to help older workers keep up with technological changes, while organizations can provide support for technology adoption and offer more flexible work arrangements to help older workers maintain their working lives and remain engaged in the workforce. In conclusion, Costa et al. Highlights the importance of adaptability to change and technological advancements in the workplace, especially for older workers, who may need support to keep up with changes and remain productive. It is essential to help older workers gain the necessary skills to adapt changing in work environments to mitigate challenges associated with aging. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Allison Porto and I will be closing out the presentation. As my group members previously stated, ageism comes in many forms and there are many stereotypical myths out there that are just simply not true. In this article, researchers explore the myth that as one ages, they are more likely to become less and less empathetic, meaning that elderly people tend to be less empathetic and caring than younger people. There are two types of empathy, cognitive empathy and affective empathy. Cognitive empathy refers to the ability to recognize and understand another's mental state, and affective empathy is the ability to share the feelings of others without any direct emotional stimulation to oneself. This study was done in 2013 and consisted of 39 younger adults and 39 older adults. All participants were presented with videos of spontaneous facial expressions that either portrayed happiness, anger, sadness, or disgust. Affective responding was measured by having participants mimic the faces they saw, and cognitive empathy was measured by decoding accuracy. No evidence was found for impaired affective responding to emotional expressions in old age. Therefore, empathetic reactions of older adults do not change, or at least are not any less in comparison to younger people. Next slide. Okay. Stereotypical myths like these heavily affect the perception of aging, and this can especially be seen in the workplace. The final article I'm going to cover touches on this subject. So, this article examines the influence of age conceptualization on the advancement opportunities of older workers. This study was done in 2012 and examined variables that might influence a manager's perceptions of the need for and benefits of training and promoting older workers. Age conceptualization, worker gender, tender mindedness, openness to values, and emotional intelligence were predicted to affect the relationship between worker age and the probability and perceived benefits of training and promoting older workers, were just some of the variables taken into consideration. 500 working professionals read one of 4 training and promotional briefs and provided probability ratings on whether they would need or would be given training, training benefits, promotions, and promotion benefits. The results showed that both workers' age and the way in which their age was conceptualized by the manager affected the extent to which workers were recommended for training, as well as the perceived benefits of training workers. It was also found that worker age and the way in which their age was conceptualized affected the extent to which workers were recommended for promotions and the perceived benefits of doing so. So it actually affected both promotions and training. Um, the findings of the study suggest that organizations that wish to protect older workers from discrimination should be aware of the influence of age conceptualizations for older workers. Um, Making sure that companies are held accountable for ageism discrimination is essential towards creating a better, more equal society. So, in the next slides, I'm going to talk about some ways to um, combat ageism. So, here I have combating ageism as an employee. Right. So some ways to combat ageism as an employee include being aware and spreading awareness, as well as just being knowledgeable about what ageism looks like. Another one is to speak up when you're witnessing or experiencing ageism. And last, making sure to be inclusive in the workplace. And then some ways that a company or an employer can combat ageism is to make sure to implement a bias free hiring process, as well as implementing a zero tolerance policy against age discrimination. And finally, another way that employers can combat ageism is to establish a complaint procedure that's very clear and easy to understand, as well as taken seriously. So, yes, by taking steps as an individual or a group, I believe that it is possible to reduce ageism discrimination in the workforce. So, hopefully, some of these tips were helpful. Here are our references. And yeah, thank you so much for listening.